Hi everybody, it's me again at Fred's Healthy Cooking Kitchen. Tonight we're going to poach some salmon. Now poaching is when you cook a thing in a liquid. My aunt used to poach fish. Actually, she had a lot of heart problems and high cholesterol, so she poached fish instead of frying it. Now to poach fish and give it a good flavor, you can choose to flavor up the water that it's in. I'm going to be using some no sodium chicken stock and a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder just to give it some flavor. And then we're going to go ahead and make a nice little dill sauce to put on top of it. We're going to serve it on a bed of fried rice that I made earlier today. And we'll get started. Okay, so here we have our piece of salmon fillet. We have our onion powder, garlic powder. We have our no sodium chicken broth and a little bit of the Greek yogurt so we can make our dill sauce. And we have dill weed, of course, which we need to make the dill sauce. It's going to be very simple, very easy to make. Okay, so I'm going to use about a quarter cup of water so that the flavor of the low sodium chicken broth will actually infuse better and be a little bit stronger than using it what you would make a cup of soup with. Okay, so we put the water in the pan. We're going to let that come to a boil. Then we're going to add our powdered chicken broth, and we'll see how that goes. Another thing, since it's no sodium and it's going to be cooking, we're going to use a little bit of lemon juice just to give it a little bit of a salty flavor. So we had our water come to a boil. I put the packet of the no sodium chicken broth in there, and we're just letting that get happy right now. We're going to add a couple of shakes of garlic, a couple of shakes of onion, because you don't want to overpower the flavor of the fish. So we've added our spices, the onion, the garlic, a little bit of lemon juice to this, and we're going to go ahead and place our fish in the hot liquid and let it cook. So as you can see, we have a nice piece of salmon in there. We're going to turn the heat up a little bit so it cooks up a little bit quicker. And we'll go ahead and start making our dill sauce. Our dill sauce is going to be very similar to the tzatziki sauce we made last week. We're going to use some Oikos zero-fat yogurt. We're going to sprinkle in a bit of dill weed, and we're going to use a tiny bit of Splenda to sweeten it up a little bit because it's usually either made with sour cream and mayonnaise. But since we're doing it healthy, we're going to do it right. So we have our yogurt, our Splenda, and dill in here. We're going to mix that up. The fish is coming along nicely. It's getting nice and happy with the spices and the chicken. Now, if you want it to cook a little bit quicker, you can always cover this over with some aluminum foil. That way you won't lose any of the heat. Now, here's the homemade fried rice that I have. I used long grain brown rice, which is more diabetic friendly than white rice. And I used mixed vegetables in it. So I have peas, carrots, string beans, and of course the rice, and some spices that I put in there. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder, some curry, and a couple little peppers and a bunch of onion. Okay, so I flipped the salmon over. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with some aluminum foil so it'll cook up a little bit quicker. It's near dinner time and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'm just going to speed up the cooking process a wee bit. Okay, the dill sauce is made. I used 2 spoonfuls of yogurt, about a quarter of a teaspoon of Splenda, and about 6 shakes of dill weed. And it tastes pretty good, almost like in a restaurant. Our salmon is done being poached. It didn't take very long at all. This is a very quick and easy meal to make. So we're going to go ahead and put this on our rice and a little bit of dill sauce, and then we're ready to go. And there you have it, folks. Poached salmon on some rice with a dill sauce. You can try this any way you want to do it. You can even do it with fried fish. If you're not too concerned about your caloric intake, you can just use fried rice with this instead of the steamed rice like I did. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, life's a journey, not a destination. Play with your food. get it the way you want it, be sensible about it, and you too can lose weight and get healthier. May God bless you all.